everyone, it's Sabrina. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to have you here. Today I'm going to be doing my December TBR. So before we get started, make sure you subscribe to my channel down below if you're new here. Hi, my name is Sabrina. I upload every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday bookish videos, and I love to see new people in my comment section and on my channel. My December TBR is such a mixture of things I want to read. Like, I have some fantasy, I have some new releases, and a lot of holiday recommendations. So I read a lot of holiday books through November and December because honestly, when else are you going to read them? I really like holiday books, especially those feel-good holiday stories. Honestly, get me going. I love them so much. So obviously there are quite a few of them on this list. And am I mad about it? No. I am just super excited to get some reading done. I am still behind on my reading goals. I'm filming this in mid-November, so obviously I'm still a little behind on my reading goals. Need to get caught up. So hopefully with these books we will meet our Goodreads goal this year. So number one on my list is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. So if you've been here for a hot minute or you've watched some of my videos, you know that I really love Victoria Schwab. I think she is a fabulous writer. I really love her middle grades. I listened to The City of Bones and The Tunnel of Bones, and I also have The City of Souls, I think it is. I think that's what it's called, on pre-order. I'll have to go look at it. But I just love her writing. I don't know. There's something about her that I really enjoy. Her audiobooks, by the way, fantastic. I love them a lot. But I really want to read The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I actually got the Owl Crate exclusive edition of it because I was just so excited that she was coming out with a new book. I was like, I have to get it. So I actually got that book, but I've heard that it wasn't as good as a lot of people were expecting, and a lot of reviews I've seen of it so far have been very, not negative, but they were highly disappointed in the book. So I'm really nervous when it comes to that aspect because I'm really excited for it, and when I get excited for a book, I get super sad when it doesn't turn out the way I want it to. So, but if you don't know what this book is about, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue is about a girl who is promised eternal life, but in return, no one remembers her after she meets them. So she's kind of bound to this life where she has no friends or family, but she lives forever. I'm really excited to read it. I'm gonna try to go into it with an open mind, especially with all the reviews I've been seeing has been but yeah, that's what I'm gonna go into it with open eyes. So the next book I have is What Have You Done by Matthew Farrell. This is a thriller crime mystery thing. I don't really know. It is about an FBI crime investigator, and he is called to the scene of a mutilated body of a woman. So he goes to do his job, and the body is actually the body of a woman he had an affair with, and he just recently broke it off. So he's obviously a person of suspect, and when all of the evidence starts to point to him, he is trying to work as hard as he can with attorneys and other FBI crime investigators to try to set his name free. So I've been really enjoying crime mysteries lately. I don't know what it is about it. I just actually started digging into The Stranger Beside Me, the one about Ted Bundy. Don't look at me weird after I say this, but I have an infatuation with serial killers. My dad is the same way. I find them extremely interesting in the fact of I like to know how brains work, and the brain of a serial killer is so much different. So I really like to read true crime books and try to get inside the mind of a murderer, even though it's fiction and I know that, but it's really interesting to see kind of how authors write about them and their thought process. So I'm really excited to read this book and kind of see how it ends and if he actually did it. So the next book I have is The Haunting of Bren Wilder by Wendy Webb. So I've been really liking paranormal stories as well. So this is definitely something I want to get to, and I like it because I like to think it's set in Michigan. I don't know if it is because it's on Lake Superior, and there's obviously other states that border Lake Superior, but we'll find out, right? So this book is about Bren, and Bren moves to this little small town on the edge of Lake Superior, and very strange things start happening to her. So I have not read The Haunting of Hill House, and I'm kind of nervous to read it because a lot of people have said that it's no good and that's really nerve-wracking for someone like me. Oh, whoa. That's really nerve-wracking for someone like me because I all too often tend to take other people's judgments on books and kind of put them in my own. So I'm trying to go into this haunting book free-eyed. I haven't read any reviews, and I'm just really hoping that I don't see any that'll kind of cloud my judgment for it, because paranormal stories and horror stories are one of those things that you can't really read the reviews on because they are so picky when it comes to horror, and I don't like to be scared personally. I'm a very much a romantic. I really like watching love stories and stuff like that, and horror stories. Give me going. I can't. Like, I can watch like psychological thrillers and stuff like that, but like when it comes to horror, like gory horror, I can do, but when it comes to like hauntings and stuff like that, no, thank you, goodbye. But I'm kind of excited to get into this book. If it gets a little too much for me, I'll just say bye and put it down, but we'll see what happens. The next book I have is Santa's Secret Wish, a Christmas Billionaire Romance by Darcia Cobbler. That was so many words to get out of my mouth. So like I said before, I really like dumb romance that's like really short or like super raunchy or like, I don't know. I really like them, and I think it's kind of one of those genres you either really love or you hate, and I love it. It's definitely something that you either love or you hate. So this book is literally 51 pages about a billionaire who's in love with his worker, which, like I said with A Very Bossy Christmas, that has to break like several corporate rules. So I'm really excited to read it. I love these stories, and I'm really hoping these like short little burst stories will help me get my reading goal done. Next I have is Scrooged by V. Keeland and Penelope Ward. So this is like a 3-story book. So we have 3 different short stories throughout the book, kind of like the John Green and Maureen Johnson, and I can't remember the author, that book, but it's adult romance. And my romance, I really like to be adult romance because I don't know, I just really like getting into the raunchiness of it for some reason. Oh, side note, I read a raunchy Christmas romance the other day, and I skipped like 7 pages because it was just the dirty deed, and I was like, this is too long. I don't know, but I want to read this. I'm really excited to get another Christmas romance in. I just need all the Christmas romance in my life. Next I have is If Every Day Was Christmas by Donna Ashcroft. So this book is about a music star who dropped out of the scene, and he goes to help his friend in Scotland at his little pub, and he meets Meg, and Meg obsessed with Christmas. So let's see what they're gonna do with their little romance, because I'm hoping it's cute. Plus it's set in Scotland. Okay, Scotland? No complaints from me. Scotland's actually one of the places I want to visit in my life, so. Next I have is Christmas at Carlys Cupcakes by Jessica Redfern. So this book is about Carly, and she owns a little cupcake stand, and her best friend is absolutely obsessed with her. He wants to marry her, and she is coming home for the holidays, and she wants to tell him how she really feels. I think one of my favorite romance tropes is friends to lovers because it is so cute. I'm not a big enemies to lover person in the aspect of like they absolutely hate each other at the beginning, and then on page 75 they love each other. I can do like boss romance as well because like that's something that I like, but like I don't know, I'm excited for this book. I think it's gonna be fun. I went the whole video without saying that. Told myself I wouldn't say a book is fun. This book seems great. Just absolutely wonderful. Next I have is The Night Swim by Megan Golden. So how many other TBRs are we gonna put this book on? Because it's getting a little overwhelming. I've been wanting to read this book for a hot minute, but I cannot decide if I want to listen to the podcast or if I want to read it, because Olivia over at Olivia Reads a Latte said that the podcast was chef's kiss. She absolutely loved it. It was amazing, but I don't know, because I also want to read the book. I have not read a paperback book. I've read eating ebooks and listening to audiobooks. I need to get a paperback book in, and I have this book on paperback. It's literally like on the bottom shelf behind me. I don't know. We'll see. But if you don't know what this book is about a podcaster who covers true crime stories, and she's very popular because she helps someone get off and help prove that they did not commit the crime they were charged with. And she goes to this small town where there's a boy getting charged with a rape of a police chief's daughter, and she is there to try to say he's not guilty. So, and there's a girl there who really wants her help because her sister went missing, and it's kind of a cold case. And the podcaster starts to realize how many similarities there are between the sister's case and the rape story. Yeah, but I've been really wanting to read this book. It seems so good, and a lot of people said it was fantastic. So I just need to get my hands on it. Next I have Is Bunny by Mona Awa. Listen, so many people have been telling me this book is fantastic. Rachel at Shipwreck Library, she read it. Her recommendation was Chef's Kiss. I really loved her review, but I'm nervous. Every time I see people talk about how good a book is, I'm like, oh my god, what if I hate it? What if I'm gonna be the person that hates it? But I love cults, like culty books. I'm all about it, to be honest. So I'm really hoping I don't hate it. So that is all the books I want to read in what? This is all the books I want to read in December. There are 10. I'll probably read more. I just don't know yet. I really had a hard time making up this list because I'm such a mood reader. I just never know what I want to read, ever. I just go to my shelf and be like, oh, this one looks good. Cool. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure you give it a super big thumbs up and comment down below and tell me if you've read any of these books or what books you're planning on reading in December. Make sure you subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. I upload every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern time. Make sure you click that little bell notification next to it, get notified every single time I upload, and I hope you guys are having a super great afternoon, a super great month, a super great life, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!